go back to it. It's like media plus data equals commerce. I love PayPal. PayPal. I not like PayPal. I love Peloton. Peloton instructor I follow gets paid by Zappos to do 7 days of shoes. I see the shoes for recovery. I buy a pair because they're $50 and I get them on Zappos because they're there tomorrow. I like them. And I'm like, wait, we have an office. It's a beautiful office. There's not that many people in it. And I bought my Hokas for the office. And since then, Rick has been giving me a hard time. But I do believe that's how it works.
I'm just gonna timestamp for the audience. Friday, November 15th, 2024 is the day Nick revealed his shoes on the podcast and killed the podcast for all future.
For the record, listen, there's Paco Underhill.
They're so freaking comfortable, though. They're so comfortable.
Paula is going to be like our next Paco Underhill. So I felt it necessary to give, as a retail anthropologist 2.0, I felt it necessary to give her all the information. There are people watching, they got to know something, which is like, what is retail tomorrow? And that's kind of it. Right? I mean,
what product cycle, product innovation, merchandise, connecting with your consumers.
Look, a lot of what we work on with people is it's like a few things, but a lot of it is about like the ability. And I think this is where, going back to earlier, Shopify wins. It's like complex commerce, solving every problem. No, better done than perfect's okay. It's commerce anywhere and everywhere. And I think that's what you experienced in China, which is like, so
is the marketing good? As you talk to chief marketing officers, this will be the last question we have, is like, where is the head of the CMO now? Like, what are they thinking about that they need to do? Because it's a tough job. It seems like there's turnover every 2 years in any CMO in any company.
I think it's the toughest job, probably. Sure. I think everybody's trying to be more creative with their message, right? Like, and how they're gonna deliver and connect with consumers. I think a lot has been thought on the community side, but how do you develop this community? How do you engage with this community? And that's on the CMO, right? Like, how do you propel this message in every action that the company has? That's the CMO job to foment the right message. And they have a tough one because customer acquisition costs. You need a strategic loyalty program to communicate better with the consumers. There's just so many layers that they have to worry about. Exactly. I wouldn't want to be on their shoes, but I can really admire their work.
No, it's a tough job.
I'll say one thing. My dad told me as a young merchant starting out, you never want to be the GMM because the target's always on your back. Today, you never want to be the CMO because the target's always on your back. It's changed.
Yeah, so the shift from the merchant to the marketer is where the bullseye has moved. So totally. If you don't have a good marketer, your brand is dying slowly.
Look, it doesn't matter if you have good marketing.
This is true, because these products, at the end of the day, they're kind of the same.
Yeah. What was the marketing of Hoka, Nick?
Hoka's everywhere. There's a line to get into the store here.
This is a Rorschach test. This is a Rorschach test for Nick right now. I want to see what his answer is.
I think it was Hoka is about adoption and building trust through influencers and permeating the market and using content and using the fashion component and the functionality to challenge Nike, which is like Nike's biggest challenge. So.
Yeah, and own too. So this is a spoiler. This is the topic of my next episode. It's going to be how the running community can teach us about community-based marketing.
100%.
You heard it here first. Hoka on community-based marketing, the Off-Bounds podcast. We are going to talk a little bit about holiday video for a second. We're going to bring you back. Hope you brought your dancing shoes, not Hoka's, for the record. I'm not sure if Nick could dance in those.
Hoka.
So I don't know if you know, we dance at the end of all of our shows. And so we're going to go off for a couple of minutes and then pull you back on. So thank you so much. It was lovely to have you here. You're the best guest. Thank you.
Thank you.